welcome to Cooking with Katie, taking over the Bearded Birmingham Guides page, and I am going to attempt to make homemade bread. My mom used to make it when I was a kid and I always loved it, but she always had like a what you call a starter to get it started, and I don't have that, so I found a recipe on Pinterest that I'm going to try, and we're gonna see how it goes. So hopefully you're interested in learning to make homemade bread, so let's go. So the things you need for this recipe that I found on Pinterest: flour. They said you could use bread flour, but I don't have bread flour, I only have all-purpose flour. So they said that would work too. Salt, vegetable oil, sugar, and yeast. And also I think that there's a cup of hot water in there somewhere too, that we're gonna add. So this is the recipe I'm going to be following. I found this on Pinterest. I was looking for something with ingredients I already had, but this is the pan. Delicious 5-ingredient sandwich bread for 65 cents. So it's a thrifty homemade sandwich bread recipe. So first step, we're gonna put in the yeast, hot water, and the sugar. So it calls for 2 3/4 teaspoon of yeast. This is 2 1/4 teaspoons. So I'm gonna have to put a little of this. Use the scissors. All of 1. Then about half of a teaspoon out of the other. 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2. Then you add in 1 cup of hot water. And after it's stirred, you have to let it sit for about 10 minutes, and that allows the yeast to bloom. So I'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, so I gave it about, it's probably like 12 minutes for the yeast to bloom. I don't know if you can see it, but it's supposed to be kind of foamy. And it's very foamy, and it has a very strong smell. The next step, dump this mixture into a stand mixer. Unfortunately, I don't have a stand mixer. I only have a handheld mixer, so we're gonna have to improvise a little bit. So you're gonna dump the mixture into a stand mixer, mix in the vegetable oil, which I have right here, salt, which we'll get, and the flour. And so you use 3 cups of flour, and you only dump in 1 cup at a time. So 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, which I already measured out. And 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. There's 1 cup. We're gonna have to knead this bread by hand, and so I was watching a video on it, and I read it's good to sprinkle some flour on your counter, so we're gonna do a little bit of that. Hopefully BJ doesn't walk in here and see this. Just kidding. Alright. I don't draft-free area for approximately 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours or until the dough doubles in size. We're gonna let it sit for an hour and a half and we will be back. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half since we covered this, and it has definitely doubled in size. That's what the recipe said it needed to do, was double in size, and I'm so excited that it did it. I was really worried it wasn't gonna happen, but it did. Super excited. Step number 5 says to punch it down, and that like gets all the air out of it, and then we're gonna shape it into an oval-like shape. So we're gonna punch it. Wow, the air in it. And then I'm having to kind of follow a tutorial on how to shape it. I've rolled it out. It's set into a rectangular shape, but mine's kind of an oval, so it'll be fine. Then it says to, starting along one of the long sides, carefully pick up the dough and roll the dough into itself to form a long loaf-like shape. So I'm just gonna carefully roll. This is a very long roll. It says to pinch the seam, so we're gonna turn it over so that we can get this seam pinched together. And it says if it won't pinch together, you can wet the seam with water. One end of the bread over the seam. Pinch it closed again. End over. Shaping of the bread. It says roll the loaf so that the seam is on bottom. So then we're gonna shaping the dough into a loaf, pushing on the ends so it'll fit inside your bread pan. Okay, we'll do that. Need to spray our pan. It says you can use butter or cooking spray. We're just gonna use cooking spray because I haven't melted any butter. Just spray it all around. Alright, so we're putting it in the pan. Seam down. And there it is in the pan. So then we're going to cover it again, this time with plastic wrap. Alright, so it's just lightly covered, plastic wrap, and then you're supposed to put it back in the non-drafty area and let it rise for a second time till it's almost doubled in size, about an hour. So we're gonna set a timer for an hour and then we will check back in. So as you can see, the bread has risen, I guess would be the correct term. We had it setting for about an hour. We actually had it a little more, over an hour, because we were in the middle of eating dinner when the timer went off. But anyway, so it's a lot bigger than it was when we made it into this shape. So now the last step is to put your oven on 350, which we've done, and then bake your bread for 25 minutes. And hopefully it turns out as delicious as we hope it's going to. So the next step is to put it into the oven, and we're gonna bake it for 25 minutes. So, here we go. I hope that it's as good as it looks like it's gonna be. So we'll be back in 25 minutes. It's ready. We're gonna look at it and make sure that it's ready to come out of the oven. Oh,
Oh, oh my gosh, it smells good.
All right, let's get this
Ooh, it smells real good.
out of the oven. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
It smells amazing. I wish there was a way for us to put the smell on YouTube because, wow. It looks awesome. So we're gonna let it cool a little bit and we'll cut a slice and try it, and after it's cooled down a little bit. So we'll do that. Flip it out of the pan to let it cool. Hopefully it'll cool faster that way. And we just put it on a little cooling rack. But we were touching it just to see how it felt, and it's hard, like you would expect a hard bread to be. It's very pretty.
I really feel like this should be served with like a big steak knife and some butter right before I eat my steak.
Like at Logan's.
Yeah.
Not Logan's. Outback.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Looks amazing.
It smells so good. I cannot wait to eat some of it. Alright. We decided to go ahead and cut into it. We don't have a bread knife, and I'm not sure if this is going to work either. Eh. So look at the inside. It smells amazing. I'm going to tear a little bit off. It's still scalding hot. Put a little bit of butter on it. Okay, here we go. I'm super nervous. Pretty good. I like it.
That's really good. That's tasty. Good job, Katie.
Yay, I did it. Okay, so it's really super good. Everybody tried it, even the girls tried it, and they loved it. Like BJ was saying, it kind of tastes like bread from like Outback or Logan's or somewhere like that you would get with steak, and you like get the whole loaf and cut the bread off and eat it with butter. It's really good. So I'm going to link the or put a link to the recipe in the comments so that if you guys wanted to make it at home, you could. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have a recipe for bread that you personally use or like, put it in the comments and we'll check it out. We may try it again or try it next time. So yeah, stay beautiful, Birmingham.